Most of us live with anger, not always loud or explosive, but quiet, simmering beneath the surface. It sits within us, waiting for a moment, a trigger, an excuse. And the world, as if conspiring with our inner unrest, offers endless opportunities. Someone says the wrong thing. A situation doesn't go as planned. A small mistake happens, and suddenly the anger finds its voice. We react instantly, often without thinking, and then we justify it. We convince ourselves that our anger was valid, necessary, even deserved. But somewhere deep within, we know the truth. That moment was not the real cause. It was merely the opportunity. The anger was already there. Why is anger so easily available to us? Perhaps because the world around us is not at peace either. People are anxious, distracted, fearful. With divided attention and inner unrest, mistakes are inevitable, and those mistakes become triggers for us and for others. It becomes a cycle, unconscious actions meeting unconscious reactions. One person's fear becomes another person's frustration, and without realizing it, we keep passing this fire from one to another. Even faith, which should anchor us, often fails to give us refuge. We say we believe, yet we doubt everything good. We easily expect the worst. Our prayers are sometimes more performance than surrender. We ask, but without patience. We hope, but without trust. And deep within, there is a silent whisper. Maybe I don't deserve what I desire. That one belief quietly shapes our reality. When we don't receive what we want, we don't question our understanding, we question our worth. And from there, negativity finds a comfortable home. Complaining becomes easier than reflecting. Bitterness becomes easier than acceptance. Then begins comparison. We see others smiling, succeeding, enjoying life, and we wonder, why not me? Slowly, jealousy replaces gratitude. We begin to feel that life is unfair, that others have something we lack, and day by day we grow heavier inside. Yet this pattern is not new. Long ago, Gautama Buddha observed this deeply and said that holding on to anger is like drinking poison and expecting the other person to die. It is a powerful reminder that the anger we carry harms us first, not later, not eventually, but immediately. The Stoic philosophers, like Marcus Aurelius, understood this inner conflict just as clearly. He wrote that we have power over our mind, not outside events. Yet we spend most of our lives trying to control everything outside us: people, outcomes, circumstances. And when they don't align with our expectations, frustration arises, followed by anger. What we call anger is often just a reaction to our own sense of helplessness. But the Stoics remind us that our peace does not depend on the world behaving as we wish. It depends on how we respond to it. The Bhagavad Gita goes even deeper, revealing the chain that leads to anger. It begins with desire. Desire leads to attachment. Attachment creates expectation. When expectation is not fulfilled, it turns into frustration. Frustration gives rise to anger, and anger in turn clouds our judgment, taking away our ability to see clearly. In that state, we say things we later regret. We act in ways we cannot undo. We don't just become angry, we become unaware. Even the Bible speaks of this inner struggle, advising us to be slow to anger and reminding us of the strength found in gentleness and patience. These teachings are not about suppressing anger, but about understanding its nature, recognizing that uncontrolled anger destroys the one who holds it far more than the one it is directed toward. At its core, the problem runs deeper than situations or people. Often we are not angry because of what is happening, we are angry because we are lost. We don't truly know what we want, so we borrow desires from the world. If people seem happy with money, we chase money. If people find joy in travel, we chase travel. If others appear fulfilled, we try to replicate their paths. But even when we achieve some of these things, we often feel empty. We look around and see others enjoying what we cannot, and we begin to question ourselves. Maybe I lack something. Maybe I don't know how to enjoy life. Without realizing it, we turn against ourselves. But the truth is, nothing is wrong with us. We are simply looking in the wrong direction. Peace is not something we acquire from the outside. It is something we uncover within. Kindness is not a skill we need to develop. It is a quality we have forgotten. Calmness is not dependent on perfect circumstances. It is available to us even in the midst of chaos. And this leads us to the most empowering realization of all. No matter how difficult life becomes, no matter how unfair things seem, we always have a choice. We can react or we can respond. We can hold on to anger or we can let it pass. We can become bitter or we can become aware. The world may not change. People may not behave as we wish. Situations may not unfold as planned. But our inner response is always within our control. The next time anger arises, pause, not to suppress it, but to observe it. Ask yourself honestly, was this created in this moment, or was it already within me? That simple awareness begins a shift, because once you see anger clearly, without justification or denial, it begins to lose its hold over you. The world will continue as it is, imperfect, unpredictable, sometimes unfair. But when you change how you meet it, everything transforms. Anger no longer dominates your reactions. Comparison loses its grip. Bitterness begins to dissolve. And in its place, something quietly powerful emerges. A steady calm, a natural compassion, a strength that does not need to prove itself. In the end, the goal is not to eliminate anger completely, it is to understand it. Because once you truly understand it, it no longer controls you. And then, perhaps for the first time, you realize that you were never powerless, you were simply unaware. And awareness, quiet, steady, and profound, is where true freedom begins.